Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. Today is a rant in PJ pants. The PJ pants are Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. I had a few different things I wanted to talk about today, and I didn't think I could make a full video out of each of them. So I decided it's been a little while since a rant in PJ pants, and towards the end of this video, it's going to be a lot of ranting. So first I wanted to talk about Jeffree Star's review of the Morphe Fluidity Foundation. I was able to catch like the last part of the Twitch stream live and then was able to watch the rest of it later. I was pretty disappointed. I mean, and this is, it's hard because I have purchased so many products based on Jeffree Star's stamp of approval, and I think that he was pretty honest about it afterwards, but like during the stream I had taken some notes. First off, I thought everybody that used this foundation looked way better before they used it. Sorry, I'm still trying to get a hang of this weird thing. Anyway, so yeah, I thought like everybody looked better prior to using this foundation. I don't think that the shade matches were that great. Lipstick Nick was there, a professional makeup artist to like guide them through everything. Although she didn't use it. I thought that that was weird because she said that she has oily skin, so it'd be great for her, but she didn't use it. I thought the coverage was great, but I thought that Jeffree looked so gray, just not like his usual like porcelain sort of airbrush. Like it looked really gray and powdery. And, you know, I didn't think that it looked that good, but I also kind of didn't like the fact that he didn't use the primer and that they didn't use the powders. He used a very expensive moisturizer. He used a very expensive setting powder, you know, instead of using the Morphe ones. And so when people are going to purchase this, and because he got this in PR and it's a primer, foundation, concealer, setting powder, it would have been nice to see how they all worked together, because in a lot of his reviews, he will say, oh, I can tell this powder is going to be like a little dry, I'm not going to use it. Or he'll use things and be like, okay, I don't like how the powder works with this, or I don't like how the primer works with this, or I would go with that. You know what I mean? And I just thought that we could have that information would have been very useful had he used those things. I'm not saying that it was wrong of him. I just wish that he would have used those things so that we could see how all of them worked together, what did work, what didn't work. Essentially, it was if you have mature skin, if you have any kind of texture, if you're dry, you're not going to be able to wear this foundation. And that's kind of weird because, I mean, there's so many foundations out there. Not every foundation works well for everybody, but that's a lot of ifs. If you have this, if you have that, like this probably isn't going to work for you. Not everybody can afford some of the products that he used. So, I mean, that was kind of disappointing. I do find that his review was pretty honest, you know, because he said, I wouldn't like grab for this, you know, but it is full coverage. And if you have perfect skin, it will work for you. So, after that, he was complaining about how people were saying he didn't use the primer and didn't use the powders. Well, I mean, that's kind of what we were all hoping for, so that even if we may have been like, okay, this foundation looks like garbage, he could have told us how the primer felt, what he thought about it, the powders, you know, maybe some people just wanted to get a concealer or just get a powder, you know what I mean? So it would have been nice to have like that full, complete review. And so, you know, in my last video, I talked about a little bit of that drama that went down, and I was on Twitter and I saw that, you know, Jeffree had said that he basically orchestrated his whole dramatic outburst. So his algorithm's looking fine for his new release and all this stuff. I don't buy it. I think that he was just very defensive, and for whatever reasons, you know, he was coming at people, not just me, not just Beauty Truth Sleuth, not just Nick. I mean, a lot of people. He blocked various people and, you know, called people gross, said that he pays people's bills, that we all fell for it because everybody was talking, so therefore we are sheep. He did call us sheep. And this is a man that has had so much to go through in his life, and so many hard things that he says he has gone through, and he is so successful, and he's really made something of himself, and I just don't understand why he still has to have this shit attitude. I don't know. I mean, not everybody is out to get him. Criticism is criticism. It's not hateful. I can understand when he has popped off on people before when they were like being legitimately like mean to him. But this stuff was just so ridiculous. Calling somebody gross for responding. It's just ridiculous. I personally don't think that this whole thing was orchestrated. And I think that it's pretty sad that he even said that, because let's say that that's true, that he orchestrated this outburst for the drama, to get the attention. Everybody was going to be watching him. Why? Why do that? Is he that insecure that he needs to create some kind of drama for people to talk about him? Is he worried about people buying his products? I mean, his products speak for themselves. And I just find that a little insecure and weird that he would have to create even a buzz around it, because everybody talks about him regardless. So, and if it's not true that he was just using that as an excuse, that's not an apology. It isn't apologizing to Beauty Truth Sleuth for calling her an idiot, or calling people gross, or calling people sheep. I mean, come on. I was hoping that 2019 was going to be this year where like I felt vindicated and a lot of the things that I have defended him on. Like I said, he's not canceled for me. I still think that people can grow and change. It's just so much so early in the year. I just don't understand why. He doesn't need to fake drama for people to talk about him or for him to sell products, because like I said, the products are great. People are going to buy his stuff, and if he faked it for that reason, I find that a little sad. And if he didn't fake it, then that's just him trying to get out of having to say he was sorry or that he was wrong. Oh, it was just for the drama. I just did it on purpose. I personally don't believe that. There were people talking about how, people were messaging me saying he blocked them and showing me the screenshots, and they just weren't even being mean. So, I mean, it's just ridiculous. I also saw that Ashley Kyle had tweeted all of this, drama is over foundation, and he had replied like, ha ha ha. But the thing is that that's our point, that he got that hurt by it, that he went that far. Like, he was the one that was doing the most over this foundation. We were just questioning whether it would be authentic or not, and maybe why it could be inauthentic, but that's just an opinion. It's just a thought. It isn't hateful or anything. And to my surprise, I ended up getting a comment on my post of him blocking me from a girl that I really like. I mean, I still like her, but she said that she likes my videos, but that Beauty Truth Sleuth has said a bunch of shit, like mean, hateful, bashing things to people. So and that I'm on her bandwagon, so she was going to unfollow me. My response is that I'm not on anybody's bandwagon. I didn't bash anybody. I didn't call anybody names. So like, I kind of don't get it, And that led me to think like, well, whose bandwagon is she on then to unfollow someone because they are friends with somebody that you might not like? Now, this goes back to what I tweeted about a couple weeks ago about how, is it fair just because one person has an issue with somebody that you cannot be friends with them or that you can't support them? It's so weird to me. I go by how people treat me. Yes, I have listened to people that have warned me about things, and I do keep, those things in the back of my mind, but I don't automatically not like someone because somebody tells me not to. That's just not me. I give people the benefit of the doubt, and if they're respectful and nice to me, then I am towards them. And the thing of it is that when you become friends with somebody, and I would consider Beauty Truth Sleuth a friend of mine, do you automatically lose all of your individuality? Like, you don't have your own personality or think for yourself anymore? No. Just because you're friends with somebody doesn't mean that you have always agreed and co-signed with every single thing that they've ever done in their entire life, or will do. You know, that's why friends argue. That's why there's differences with people. So, I mean, just because I'm friends with somebody doesn't mean I'm on some kind of bandwagon. I don't like to jump on bandwagons, because if I don't have an issue with someone, then I don't have an issue with them, you know? And there are a lot of people that I talk to that don't like each other, but aren't rude to me, you know, because they know that I'm not picking sides. I'm not trying to start any kind of drama or anything like that. So I just found it kind of weird. So after I had sent that reply to that girl, she blocked me. And I'm like, why can't we have a conversation? Like, I'm not mad that you want to unfollow me, but if you're feeling some type of way about something, I would kind of like to be able to have a conversation to clarify any kind of like concerns you may have with me, or why you think I'm on someone's bandwagon. I mean, I didn't say anything bashing Jeffree Star, especially for him to go and block me. I mean, call me delusional, okay, but to block me, like, really? He's living his best life. And I just felt like, just because you may not like somebody else, like, I just didn't understand why, you know, oh, I like your YouTube videos, but you're on a bandwagon. So I'm not on anybody's bandwagon. I like who I like. I'm friends with people that are friendly with me, you know, and we support each other. That doesn't mean that we always agree on everything, you know. And that's the thing. Like, when you become friends with somebody, that doesn't mean that you are like up their ass. That's not how real life works, you know. People may do that to hear for the tea because they're afraid of her. But in real life, you have disagreements with friends. You don't co-sign all their shit. You're just, you know, you're friends and you support each other in any way that you can. You have disagreements, you know. And I just thought that that was just kind of weird. And plus, not being able to have a conversation. Like, if you take the time out of your day that you felt like you had to tell me that you were going to unfollow me because of that, then at least have a conversation with me, you know, or maybe you just don't give a shit what I have to say. But I miss being able to like actually talk to people and have conversations. I don't care if we disagree. Or, you know, you may just completely hate me, and that's okay too. I was just trying to like be like, hey, you know, I'm not sure what your issue is with her, but like, I didn't do anything, you know what I mean? So that was kind of odd. And after that, I saw, because I do have another Twitter account, so I do follow some people. I saw Thomas Halbert put out a tweet. I was a little late to it, I think, but he was talking about how he, as an influencer, is just supposed to sit there and be berated and harassed and treated like garbage, and that he's not allowed to stick up for himself. Essentially because, well, you put yourself out there, you know, that's like the excuse that people give him. Now, I don't think that anybody should be berated and harassed and bullied at all, especially like influencers, you know, or their fans. The thing is that when you pull a Gabby Hanna and you take a screenshot of somebody's username and you make it able for your millions of followers to find that person, a lot of your stans are going to bully them, going to harass them, send them death threats, say just disgusting things. So although it sucks, there is a difference. If I shade somebody, you know, whatever, maybe a couple of their fans are going to be like, hey, you suck or whatever. But if Thomas Halbert, being that he's a big influencer, were to screenshot somebody that said something to him, then millions of people could possibly be after that person. So there is a difference. Besides that, influencers have a job. We support them. We make it so that they have what they have. So maybe they should be a little bit more professional. Now, I'm not saying they can't go off on people. I know it must be horribly like just, I mean, it has to be just awful to have to deal with like so much stuff all the time, from hate to criticism to worrying about views and whatever, you know. So I get that. But you also have to have a level of maturity, even though maybe some people are trolling you and stuff, where like you just don't care. And I'm kind of tired of influencers saying like they don't care, they don't want to be in the drama, but then they start it or they complain about things, you know what I mean? And everybody's a person, I understand that. I'm just saying it's different when you have a huge following, especially with rabid stans, when you call somebody else out. And that's just something I think that they need to be really mindful of, you know, because people will find them that way, you know? And so I don't know. Jeffree Star still not canceled. I just didn't really care for the review. I think people need to calm down. I think everybody does, influencers and fans. It's okay to disagree. I just wish that people would like have a conversation, you know? And like it kind of seems a little bit of like a cowardly move when somebody just says shit to you and you don't even get a chance to say anything and then they block you. And it's like, wait a minute, you know? So that's just what I was thinking about this morning, and I just wanted to hang out in my PJs. It's so cold before I go to work and stuff. So yeah, so that's it for today. I mean, how did you guys feel about the Morphe review from Jeffree Star? What did you think about all the things that he was saying to people? Do you think he orchestrated his outburst? You know, what do you think of everything? You know, let me know down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll leave my Twitter down below. Love and hugs. Bye.